Hi, this is Sean Leiden with Leiden Communications. We provide consulting services to help small companies grow faster with better strategy and storytelling, and an important narrative that CEOs and sales teams need to get right is the sales proposal. So we put together a series of videos on how to craft proposals that sell. But before you dive into actually writing the proposals, the first thing you need to do is know your numbers. Why is that so important? All things being equal, if you want to make an immediate impact on your sales growth, one of the biggest levers that you can pull is to improve proposal performance, to convert more proposals in less time for higher revenue and profit. So today I'm going to help you identify so that you can fix the biggest weaknesses in your proposal process. But the challenge is, how do you get accurate and honest visibility into your company's proposal performance? The action step to take is to conduct a proposal performance audit by examining the 5 key performance indicators. What are those 5 proposal KPIs? The first one is proposal volume, which is an indicator of your pipeline health. How many proposals have you submitted this month? How many proposals have you submitted last month, and how do those numbers compare? How do the numbers compare year over year? What you're looking for here is the trend line. If your proposal volume is trending down, that's an indicator that there's something going on earlier in your pipeline, whether it's lead generation or lead nurturing. Maybe there's some issues with your sales presentation or demo that's creating a bottleneck that's blocking the flow of proposal opportunities. So you want to use your proposal volume to help you determine whether or not you have issues earlier in the pipeline that you need to fix. Your second KPI is your average proposal value. This is the price the price per deal that you're quoting out. And the whole idea here is, how can you be more productive with each at bat that you get? So how can you hit more doubles, triples, and home runs versus a single with each proposal? So with your average proposal value, you look at it as a benchmark for opportunities for improvement. Let's say your average proposal value is $1,000, and you and your team talk about, well, okay, how can we raise that by 20% to $1,200? Do we need to upgrade our clientele? Are there other services that we should be offering that can bring even more value to our clients? So the idea here is, what can we do to increase our productivity with our proposals? The third KPI is your proposal conversion rate, which is a percentage. This is an indicator of your efficiency. It's your batting average. Out of every 10 proposals that you submit, how many of those convert into business? What's the number it should be for your business? Well, it depends. What you want to find out right now is, what is the actual number in your business? Let's say it's 30%. Okay, now you've got a baseline, and you can start talking about, okay, what do we need to do in order to increase that to 30%, 40, 50%, and so forth? Do we need to improve the quality of our proposals? Do we need to improve the quality of our prospects so that we can increase our odds and have a greater or a clearer path to success with each proposal that we put together, which would then increase our conversion rate? The fourth KPI is what I call the proposal ghost rate. And this is indicative of your feedback loop, because the ideal situation is you want a decision, whether it's a yes decision, a no decision, or a later, meaning, hey, this is what we want. We want to do business with you, but we're looking at 3 to 6 months now down the road. What you don't want is you submit the proposal, it's 30, 60 days later, and you still haven't heard anything. That's where they've ghosted on you. What this is an indicator of is that those that ghost tend not to be ones that were very prospects that were a good fit for you. It's usually an indicator of poor qualification or even something going wrong in the sales process where the salesperson didn't really connect with that client on a productive personal level. So where do you want to keep that ghost rate? It's hard. You want to know what yours is right now, but general rule of thumb is if that ghost rate is over 10%, you need to look at your pipeline and see what you can do to improve the quality of the prospects to ensure that you're getting feedback, some sort of decision on each of the proposals that you're presenting. And now, finally, the fifth KPI is the proposal to conversion cycle, or P to C cycle, which is a number of days. And this is an indicator of your honesty. You being honest with yourself, your sales team being honest with themselves and with you. What this means is how many days does it take from when you submit the proposal to when you get a yes decision? So if your P to C cycle is, say, 10 days, here's why that's important. If you go to your sales team and say, hey guys, what proposals do you have working right now that we can look at, pushing over the finish line? I say, hey, we've got 20 proposals right now, but you look at the where they are on the P to C, and those 15 of those proposals are outside that 10-day range, and the other 5 fit within the 10-day P to C range. Well, then in reality you've got 5 proposals that are hot, and the other 15, each day that they age, the likelihood of those closing diminish further and further. So what this does is it keeps you focused on what is going to be the most likely proposals to convert. It also enables you to see, look, if you have a ton that are outside your P to C, what can you do to improve your prospect qualifying before submitting the proposal to ensure that you have a faster cycle? So you want to look at your P to C as a way of keeping everyone, including yourself and the sales team, honest. So action items. The first thing to do is conduct a proposal performance audit by tracking the 5 KPIs. And as you do that, identify the lowest hanging fruit with the biggest impact on performance. So if you're looking at proposal volume being an issue, but you're doing really well on your conversion rate, then focus on the proposal volume. Look at things that you can do in your pipeline to remove bottlenecks to increase the flow of proposals going through your pipeline. Then execute or craft a strategy to execute on that improvement, and then communicate that strategy to your team with a clear how-to. Here are the things that we're going to do, and then monitor, celebrate, and reinforce improvements. So you want to lock in those improvements so that you can go to step 6, and that is to identify the next lowest hanging fruit. Perhaps you've got too high a percentage of proposals that are ghosting, and what can you do to improve there? And then you would repeat steps 3 through 6, craft a strategy, communicate that strategy, and then lock in the improvements. So if you'd like to receive notifications when the next videos come out, subscribe at strategyandstorytelling.com/subscribe.